What's up, builders? So today we will be interviewing Boxofbrix, a seller on Whatnot. So very excited about that. Welcome in to everyone that will be joining in. Boxofbrix will be here soon. He will be rating in just a minute. Should be a good stream. We're gonna ask him a couple questions. Yeah, if you've seen my other interviews, then you know what we do here. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing. We're just gonna be waiting a couple minutes for him to come. I gotta give a little shout out. This episode this interview is sponsored by Maddox Lumber Company. So thank you to them, and also thank you to my aunt Kiki, my uncle Chris, my cousins. Thank you to all of them. But yeah, welcome in everyone. And like I said, if you've seen these interviews before, then you know what we're doing. But Boxworks should be here in a minute, and then when he comes in, I'll start a giveaway, and we'll get started. So just let me know if you got any questions or if you just want anything to talk about right now. We can chat. Okay, yeah, but yeah. So I think this will be a very good interview. Boxworks is a great guy. If you see him on Instagram or any of that, you should know him. He's a great guy. So this will be a fun interview to do, and I'm very excited. So fun. Also, welcome in everyone. But yeah, just we're waiting on Boxworks to show up, and he'll be here soon. Okay. But I've been working on my little tiles things. These are all the tiles I got. So let me know. You know anything else I should get tiles for, but yeah. Hoping to get my own tiles sometime. Boxworks should be in here soon, like I'm saying to everyone that's in here. So when he comes in, we'll start a giveaway and we'll get started. But yeah, he should be here in a couple minutes. He's doing his own little giveaway stream, so if you want to go hop in that, then he'll rate in here, so you can go get a free giveaway over there. But to anyone that's going to be watching this on YouTube, that you should see my videos I've done on Whatnot. Should come join. I've got a little link in my bio all about to get a $25 free credit and all that. Welcome in, Crusher. Welcome in, everyone. Let me know if anyone's got anything they want to chat about or anything while we wait for Boxofbrix. Also, if you want to go get a free giveaway right now, go hop in the stream and you can get a free giveaway from him. What's good, Brittle Brown? How's it going? Just we're just waiting here, honestly. Just waiting for Boxofbrix to show up. He's doing a little own giveaway stream. Good, yeah. Well, yo, what's up, Cardi? Welcome in, everyone. Just like I said just a minute ago, we're just waiting on Boxofbrix to show up, and then when he comes in, we'll do. This will be my third public interview, but my fourth interview as a whole. I've done one private interview, which is on YouTube. It's all about here's 100 people. Okay, yeah, then all those people will be writing in soon, and then I'll be putting up a giveaway here in a second when he comes in. But yeah, and then I've got an interview tomorrow. So I got an interview tomorrow with Andrew, Indiana, and then next week I got an interview with Dude Ricks. So we got a good bit of interviews coming up. See, I'll probably start the giveaway just to let some people get started on that, so you can hop in the giveaway. It's gonna be a free figure, so. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a pretty good interview. I've only chatted with him a little bit behind the scenes of this, and so this is only been, if you go to YouTube and you search up JB Builds 15, that's my channel. So that's where you're gonna find all my videos. I do a bunch of different videos off of different stuff. So, but yeah. This is gonna be a good one. I'll show people this is my little tiles that we've got so far. So we're collecting, we're hoping to get more and more. But You should be coming in here soon. I started about the same time as he did, so shouldn't be too long. Welcome in, Ashton. Welcome in, Aaron. Oh, Boxofbrix, welcome in. Welcome in with the party. Thank you for the raid. Now let's see. Let's get you in here. Let's see, there you go. Just invited as co-host.
Yeah, I got you here. Do you see me?
What's up?
What's up, dude? How's it
Yeah,
going?
I see you. I see you.
Okay, cool.
It's
Yeah,
going
thank you for
good.
having me, bro. This is awesome. Oh my god. I don't know if this is a
Oh
good
yeah,
angle
yeah,
or not.
definitely.
I don't know. How's it going, man?
Uh, I think it's a good angle.
Andrew. What's up,
I think
Andrew?
everything's been good. What's up, Andrew?
That's good. That's good. Real quick, I'm gonna get a drink before we
But
get started.
oh yeah, yeah. Welcome in everyone. But yeah, just hop in the giveaway if you want free figure right up there.
And there we go. It'd
But
be crazy if I win. That
yeah,
would be so funny.
yeah. This is a Lee University shirt. Went to a little church camp, so got that from there.
Nice.
So I just decided to
Nice.
put that on. But
That's awesome. That's
oh
so cool.
yeah. So I guess we're just gonna get started in this if you want to.
Yeah.
Just
Let's go. Yeah.
go all out. First question. What's your favorite thing about the Lego community?
Honestly, my favorite thing would just be how everyone is so supportive of each other. Because it's so cool to see like every single day the amount of raid shows you'll see in a day where it's like someone's giving away a 30, 50, 70, $100 set just to raid into somebody. It's insane. And then like not saying they're better than other people, but like then you got like Jay Sparrow. He's literally created what fig to literally help the whatnot Lego community, and I feel it's weird. Um, but so like. And then you got Ski, who's been a massive help with his heal sabers. Just like random things that have been so helpful. Maybe not specifically for whatnot, but just for the Lego community overall. And it's so cool to see how everyone just is supportive and yeah, that's my favorite thing because it's like you help this person out, then they help you right back out. It's a two-way thing. It goes both ways. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
That's
definitely. I mean, I've only been doing this for a year, and yeah, people donating all this stuff. I mean, the community is amazing.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, I've been doing it for about a year as well, so that's it's pretty cool to see.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. You said you've been doing this for a year. What made you decide to start selling on Whatnot over like eBay and all these other places?
So I actually did start out as like anything I got in, I would just list on eBay just cause. But I didn't. I was like, nothing ever took off because it was you kind of just hope someone would buy. You didn't have a set time where you could get rid of stuff. So unless you did it for auction, I tried an auction. About a $30 set went for four $4, I believe. So I was like, yeah, no more auctions. Um, so I think I let it run for like 7 days and it just never did anything. It was insane. So anyways, I I think it was I don't remember how I got introduced to Whatnot, but oh, Brittle Brown, it wasn't even eBay auctions. I would like it wasn't like it wasn't eBay live. It was literally just a regular like week long auction. Um so basically, I don't remember who told me about Whatnot or whatever, but I joined as a buyer and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I actually started out as a goblin completely because I didn't know how the system worked. I didn't know that those things. So I was just winning giveaways and whatever, and then I started to buy stuff, and I was like, okay, this is really fun. That I'd hang out and I would start to hang out in people's streams more often than a lot of people. I'd be like watching a stream for a couple hours at a time, just like basically enriching myself with like what does it look like to sell one out. It was like fascinating to me. So then it was Mile High Bricks. Mile High is a goat. I love Ty. So uh, I was in one of his streams. I think he bumped me up to like a mod at one point, like because I had been in enough streams where he knew I could be a mod. So I was like modding or whatever, and I was like, I think it'd be pretty fun to sell. And then he was like, you should do it. And I was like, okay. So I don't know. I don't know really know what it was. I don't know what drew me to it, but I was just like, I love collecting and I love Lego overall. So like why not just anything like I don't know. I enjoy selling and I haven't built up that consistency yet, but I know I can I'll get there eventually. And the shows I do have go over really well and I'm building that consistency slowly. Yeah. So that's I don't know. I don't really know why, but it just kind of clicked and I love it, man.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a what got me into selling is honestly M&R Production. Saw him getting supported by Whatnot or whatever. And then me and my friend started, and
Mhm.
then I ended up moving cities, and so now I'm not doing this with him anymore. And so, but now it's just me, and so
Mm.
now I'm just continuing that.
Same on.
So that's where
Mhm.
this is gone. But yeah, I mean, Whatnot is, in my opinion, much better to sell because I've got a friend that sells on eBay, and I
Mhm.
compare from what I do to what he does, and using Whatnot is much better consistently.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Yes.
what what was your first Whatnot stream like?
Ooh, so that's a bit of a rough spot. So honestly, I wish I had documented more. I wish I like took screenshots and video recorded and all the stuff of my streams. I want to remember it better. But honestly, it was so nerve wracking to me because I'm such an introverted person. I don't want to like put myself out there for people to see. But it was so freaky like for me to do that. So I was like, I honestly don't remember a ton. I remember that um so I did a lot of like giveaway shows, a lot of raid shows because I knew that built up popularity. So as long as I think I got up to like a couple hundred followers, whatever, doing that. And then I got to know people through modding and through being in people's shows. Um and uh then I reached out to Mile High and I was like, "Hey, I'm about to do my first show." I was like, "Would you be able to rate?" I was like, I'll give away a battle pack. I'll try to keep the people in there. I was like, I'm giving away these sets. I think I gave away around $500, and then did all these things. And he was able to write into me, and that kind of kicked my stream into like I think I was probably averaging about 35, 40 viewers for the rest of the stream. And I had maybe 25 high ends ish. I don't know. And then the rest were just dollar starts. But it was a fairly sized show, I'd say, for my first show. Not really like I literally built up all of that for the stream. I didn't already have stuff I was trying to get rid of. I built up all of that. So Mile High, huge blessing. I love Mile High. He's great. He got me into selling, and also he rated me the first time, and then that got my name out there a little bit, and then yeah, that stream it was great. It was a great starting point, but of course you're gonna lose money. First stream I did dollar starts, so like $10 minifigures going for four. So of course you're gonna lose money. That's the whole thing. It's like you're gonna lose money. It's with any business. You're gonna lose money so you can build up to the point where you make money. If that makes sense. It's kind of confusing for someone who doesn't understand business, but I'm a very business oriented person. So um I was like, okay, I'm willing to do this, this, and this sacrifices currently because like I've lost a lot of money doing this. I haven't even done that many shows, but I've lost a lot of money. But that builds a consistency of buyers and viewers, and then you build and build and build, and eventually I'm at the point where now I'm at least breaking even. I think I'm making a little bit of money for sure. And I'm now just trying to get that consistency because of it. So you got to start. I think my mistake, if there was like one mistake that I wish I could go back and redo, I didn't have enough inventory for my first stream because I have seen other dollar start first time streamers, and they'll have 100 people. Of course, the app has changed a lot in the past year, but they'll have 100 people, and then I'll notice their second stream way more people, and then it keeps building more and more. I'm like, I never had that. I had 30 people at most. Yeah, what's up, Philly? So good to see you. Um, so like I think my problem was I didn't have enough inventory and I didn't put enough of my effort and money into it. I think I rushed it, if that makes sense. I think I rushed it maybe just a little bit. And I think I could have had a lot better start if I would have waited, if that makes sense. I think I did rush it because of that I haven't been able to have the consistency because I've had to rebuild inventory over however long, and now I've been selling for over a year, and I've only done about maybe 8 to 10 big shows, like big as in couple hundred plus figures. So, it hasn't been consistent at all, but, that's kind of the sacrifice I have to make, for because I have a lot of other expenses as well as a young guy trying to make his way along in the world, so, yeah, I would say that's the first stream was amazing, great start. If I had to do one thing, I would have waited a little longer for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. My first stream honestly was the opposite of yours. Mine, I had a
Mhm.
whole bunch of inventory. I was just like, let's just sell. It was like I said, it was me and my friend. We just put a bunch of stuff together. I was like, let's just sell this. I had a whole table filled out with stuff, and I lost.
Mhm.
I sold a Gar Saxon minifigure, which it goes for like 40 $30 right now. I sold it for probably like half that, maybe less than half, and like I
Yeah.
made
Mhm.
$300. And so for me, I was like, that's amazing. Then I looked after. I was like, well, let's see how much I actually lost, and I lost more than I made. And so that's really
Mhm.
what the thing. You have to begin, small. You gotta be, like you said, you gotta begin losing money, but then
Mhm.
so that you can get big enough that you
Yep.
can, start gaining money. But
Yes, absolutely.
one thing going into the whatnot thing is what's the craziest thing that's ever happened in one of your whatnot streams?
Oh, this is gonna get a little fun. So, I would say, so for my last stream, for the 5K stream, that 5K stream got me up to over 6,500, so I'm very grateful for that. But, so for my 5,000 follower stream, to celebrate, I wanted to give away a UCS AT-AT. So I got $500 of it sponsored by the community, and then the rest of it I put towards, and then gave away a whole bunch of other stuff. I ended up giving away around 2K worth, maybe a little more, and that to me that was just insane. That's a big thing, because it was so cool. I don't know, it's kinda hard to explain, but it gives you such a cool feeling. It's like I love giving. This is one of my things I just love doing. I love giving. It's like if I, go out to dinner with someone, I'll buy their food. It's like things like that. And if I'm broke, I won't. But at times, so like I love giving of my resources of what I can. So I gave away the AT-AT, and that ended up getting me to. So originally I had over 1,000 bookmarks on the show, and then I ended up getting to 1.1K viewers during the AT-AT. So I was like, my mind was blown. That was insane. Grazie. Okay, I'm sorry. I tried. I tried to rig it for you, Grazie. I'm sorry. So like that was like the craziest thing that happened to me was all of the 5K show, including the AT-AT. But then honestly, this is kind of like a funny moment, but it's something that now I've kind of been known for is a couple people have said this to me quite repeatedly on the app and at Brickworld Chicago and stuff. And so I was so shocked because it was like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes before the AT-AT. Andrew, Indiana rated with he rated with like 280 people, I think, which was insane. That like kind of took me like to like 800, 600 or so, whatever, how many people. It was a lot of people. And I was doing giveaways to keep people rolling and stuff. And then I was so shocked. I didn't know what to say. And as my personal belief is, I will not cuss. That's just my personal thing. I don't cuss. So you never know who's in the room. I don't want to be cussing whenever there's a 5-year-old who took their parents' phone and is watching. I don't want to be an influence in that way. So like I don't want to do that. I don't want to have a wrong impression on people. So I was so shocked that I just said, "What the flippy hecky?" It was I don't know what came out. It was like my brain just scrambled, and those were the words that came out of my brain. It was so funny. And now Lego Man and Connect the Brick and Andrew Indiana also like there's like a few people on the app that just know me as Flippy Hecky now, which that's is a weird thing to say, but I said it, and I kind of own it now. So that wasn't anything too crazy, but I just found it really funny. So that's kind of like the funniest moment. But yeah, just the entire 5K show, man. Like I said, going back to what's the best part about the community is just the people and how supportive they are. Bro, that show, oh my gosh, so many raids, so many sponsors. Like I was not expecting it at all. It was just insane. So the community, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Yeah, yeah. Grazie would know. Grazie has seen me cry. I've cried a lot on shows because people are just insane. So that's yeah, most crazy moment for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that I mean that is that's a very crazy moment in my opinion. But
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. I've got a whole little list of questions here. What's the rarest item that you've ever sold?
So that's this I wish I could say like New York Yoda or Cloud City Boba or something like that. I haven't quite gotten there yet. I haven't quite gotten to that level. Um, so my like most expensive and I guess therefore rarest is sealed Darth Revan. So like you can find him for sure. Yeah, it's Revan, and currently I haven't sold him yet, so it doesn't count. But I currently have a black hair Kanan and an OG Django. So those are right up there with him. Um, but beyond that, those are really like the high ends I've sold, the really high ends. Trying to think, is there anything more rare I've sold? Like I'm trying to think of more rarity over value because some things are rare but they're not super valuable. I'm trying to figure out. I think they'd have to be about Revan. I think Revan's probably the most rare thing I've ever sold. So I've not anything too crazy, but I'm getting there. I'm actually on the lookout for a CC Boba right now, so pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not at like I said, I'm definitely not at any of that level for. I've not sold anything that's rare. I've sold just normal stuff that you would find at any other random stream. So that
Yeah.
like I said, I think the rarest thing I've ever sold is probably I sold a Comic Con set. I sold the Black Widow Comic Con set. I got it at a convention,
Yeah.
Atlanta Brick World, and I got it. I sold it probably
Yeah.
about a couple months ago, and that's like that's the rarest thing out of all of it is that one
That's
set.
cool. That's cool.
So and I definitely I lost some money selling that set, but it was a fun stream
Mhm.
doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
one thing is what's harder? Well, I mean you haven't done as many streams, but what's harder? Gaining inventory or building an audience?
You're cutting out. I didn't quite hear the question, and I think I know the question, but you were lagging out. I want to make sure for the people that you have
Did
good
I
enough
cut out?
service there. Yeah, kind of off
Yeah,
and
my
on.
service. Let's see, this Wi-Fi here is okay. Yeah. What I was asking
I
was,
get that.
what's harder, gaining inventory or building an audience?
For
Yeah. What's
sure.
harder? Yeah,
Oh yeah. For sure. Um, Inventory for me at least. Maybe for some people it's different, but I know for me it's So I started out doing dollar starts. If you do dollar starts, even if you have pretty small shows at the beginning. If you lose money, people know to come back, so they know they can get good deals. So you can I went from 30 people to 50 to 70 and then 100, and now I'm averaging about 100 to 150 people on average in my streams. So it's about you just building up that audience is not too hard, I would say. Now, if you're just going to do like overview shows, you're not necessarily looking for a ton of audience. You're kind of just like, as people want, they can buy things. But it's like dollar starts, you kind of want a constant flow of people so you can get those good prices and you don't have five people who are just bidding a dollar and then you lose so much money. So the audience isn't too hard if you're doing dollar starts, but the inventory for me is really hard. So it's I haven't been able to find. So like I would say I've heard like the best places to find cheap Lego is like Facebook Marketplace. Of course, the occasional eBay lot, but you can't rely on it too much. And if people reach out to you through Instagram or whatnot, and um, they they were like, "Hey, I want to get rid of my personal collection." Boom, there you go. So, um, my problem is that I haven't found anything on Facebook, and I also haven't found anything word of mouth or on Instagram or anything like that. I haven't found any people getting rid of their collections. So that's the hard part. Is a lot of sellers. That's what they'll do. Where it's like you can see the seller, where they will have like, "Hey, I'm selling all this collection. Everything's mint from this collection. So if it has this on it, then that means it's from this collection, and then it's good." I haven't been able to find any of those collections. So I kind of live in an area where there's not really any activity of that sort. I know there's a lot of people in the Midwest. Shout out Andrew, Indiana. There's a lot of people out west, like Northwest. You got Brickaholic, Connect the Brick, Riker. Um, you got all these people up there. You got a lot of you're getting a few people in California now. You got people up northeast too. That's a pretty popular place. And then, um, yeah, I'd say like those are like the most common areas. And I'm in the south, which there's not really a ton of people in the south really that sell Lego. So that makes it pretty difficult for sure. Because I don't really have a ton of connections I can find if that makes sense. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm in the South too, and
Oh,
in
nice,
Alabama
nice.
there is I know one whatnot seller that sells in Alabama, and then there's like the bricks and
Hmm.
minifigs, and that's about it. And everyone knows what's going on with bricks and minifigs these
Hmm.
days. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard for me because like I would look on eBay. I would look on eBay for like an hour and see nothing. But like everyone would tell me, "Oh, you gotta look on eBay. You
Hmm.
gotta be on Facebook Marketplace. That's where you're gonna find it." And I'm like, I've looked. There's nothing there that I can find. And
Yeah.
then that's what's always the hardest part is for me. Like same with me is finding inventory, building an audience
Yeah.
is more easier in my opinion. But
I
one thing is, what theme do you think is underrated right now?
theme. Is underrated. Honestly, so I love Lego and I love specifically Star Wars. I know this is gonna be a weird take, but bear with me. There's a lot of hate on Star Wars right now because with people call them slop troopers. I think that's a lot of because Ryan, he's had a lot of influence on the Star Wars community. So there's like you got the clone troopers people say are bad. Prices are way too high. Smart play. Too many 18 plus sets. All these things that like the community is constantly talking about. I disagree with most of them. So I think currently Star Wars is a pretty underrated theme, which is weird to say, but um, also I may be biased just because Star Wars is like my theme. But like it's the thing about for me, prices kind of valid a lot of times, but at the same time, people will say, "Oh, this is way too expensive." But then you do the math, and a set 10 years ago, with inflation adjusted, cost the exact same. So it's like Lego is making a better looking build, maybe of maybe a few more pieces, but smaller overall, maybe smaller size, but it is the same price. As you're getting the same thing, maybe some better, some worse minifigures for the same price. Um, Okay, Brittle Brown, to your point, a lot of people love Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite. So I don't have any attachment to that theme. So Star Wars for me is underrated. Also figure quality. People say they don't like the clone troopers. Other than a couple things here and there, I pretty well like the modern clone troopers. Um, and then I like 18 plus sets. I do think we should be getting more battle packs, cheaper battle pack. Okay, battle packs are the one thing that should stay 20 bucks. 20 bucks should be the max. Now if you want a mega battle pack, 30, 35, sure. But nothing more, not 45 for a couple of 327. That's not right. Um, and seems like we may be going in the right direction with that Mando speeder for $10 um and the rumored Anakin's starfighter for 30 over Ahsoka's interceptor, which was 45. Um, But then you also have the rumored battle pack for $30, which is a standard battle pack. So if the modern battle pack is up to $30, I'm gonna freaking lose it. Like that's just insane. So prices are I'm kind of 50-50 with people on them. Some of them people just rage bait about, and I don't agree. But some of them are valid for sure. Yes, we need Lord of the Rings battle packs, please. Yes. So but, like, if I'm gonna say anything other than Star Wars, probably Speed Champions. I love Speed Champions so much. I'm a car guy. I don't know if you can see here that I have way more than what's down there. Oh my gosh. I have way more than what's down there, but I have a few cars displayed there. I probably double that, cars. But, so I love cars, and I think Speed Champions is not talked about enough just because for a lot of people it's boring because a lot of people aren't car people. And then I would also say kind of the same with Technic, where a lot of people say they don't like the build experience. I kind of agree, but overall, Technic sets to me, I love Technic. I have the Technic 911 RSR. I think it's a phenomenal set. Um, Technic cars specifically, I'm not a huge fan of Technic anything else, but the Technic cars, which seems to be mostly the route they're going because that's what sells. That's what I really love. Um, so love Technic cars, love Speed Champions. Trying to think of any other underrated themes. I would say, yeah, those are my picks for right now. I can't really think of much else.
Star Wars, honestly, I mean that's a little bit of a hot take whether or not Star Wars is underrated or not. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that there are a good amount of things that need to be worked on. I feel like a couple things with battle packs. I feel like the prices need to be worked on. Now, some things I feel like with inflation, it's like okay, you either get, you can't get it right. They may give some that like some people like, and some like if they did better clone troopers than what clone troopers that people would want, but then sets will now have less of them. People will just be mad because now there are less of them, and they'll move over the part of their bet. So it's like you can't get a good answer, and it's like, what are we gonna? It's like, what are we gonna do? And so what they're doing now there's something like I don't really care for any of the smart play stuff. I think that
Yeah,
was, in
same.
my opinion, I think it
Yeah.
was a little bit of a waste of time. And so
Mhm.
that's that. But I do think Star Wars is a little bit of an underrated thing. I do think let's see, I feel like Lord of the Rings was an underrated theme at one point, but I feel like it's now ever since they've come out the bigger set, I feel like it's coming up more and more. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Fortnite, like Riddle was saying, I only played the Star Wars season like a year ago, and then I've stopped playing Fortnite. So that's all I know.
Yeah.
But still, that I do think that that Fortnite is also a little bit underrated. But yeah, Tech and Lego, yeah,
Mhm.
they'll
Yes.
never work together. It just messes up what they began with. So,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
let's see. What minifigure do you think is overrated right now?
Overrated minifigure. Okay, this is also a hot take. Because here's the thing: a lot of people have nostalgia for older figures and stuff like that. I personally don't. I'm kind of just like, see, I grew up with the. I'm on the younger side of Lego Star Wars fans, so I'll be like, um, I first of all, I don't even remember sets from 2005, 2006. And then like really my train of thought is the newer ones look better, so I'll take the newer ones. Now, for my collection, eventually I will want those OG figures, but I'm a new figure guy. I'm like, if it looks better, get the best looking version for sure. Like, does OG Boba? Sure, he looks cool, but is he accurate as the new one? No, he's nowhere near. He doesn't have sure. CC Boba has arm printing, sure, but it just the helmet is so off, the colors are off. All that just makes me like the newer one's better, so I'll just take the new one. Eventually, I will get the old ones, but I do prefer new ones. But going off of that, so most OG figs to me are overrated. There are a couple that I think are properly rated. Now, the most overrated figure I think currently is probably Chrome Vader. Because Chrome doesn't work for black. Chrome doesn't you only see, like, the chrome on the little edges and stuff. It doesn't I don't understand it. I haven't had one in person, so maybe I'll just need to appreciate it if I get it in person. But I'm like, Chrome Stormtrooper, cool concept. It's not accurate to source material, but it looks cool. It's a cool promo. Darth Vader, it doesn't work for me, unless I see different whenever I get it in hand. It doesn't work. I don't like chrome black. I just think it's weird. It it makes sure, it makes them look a little shinier, I guess, a little more accurate to what he looks like, but I just think regular Vader's just so much better. So that I feel like that is a bit of a hot take, especially because he's been now the sealed poly bag is now 1,200-ish. So, I've seen them go for that regularly. So, yeah, yeah, that's my choice for sure. Next would probably hmm, next would probably have to be hmm. Ooh, that's actually a hard I'm trying to think of, like, a number 2 if Chrome Vader wasn't. Yeah, CC Boba is, like but I feel like a lot of people say it's overrated, so at that point, is it overrated? Um, so I feel like an overrated minifigure, 2012 ARC Trooper. Now, he looks great, don't get me wrong, he looks great. I don't like the Clone Wars style printing. I don't like it, and also I think the printing is a little weird. Like it just, I think in the animation style makes him look a little weird. If he was like, if they did that with the same color scheme but made him in a modern clone style with like the arc helmet specifically, phenomenal figure, phenomenal. But I think he is a little overrated as he stands. So yeah. Hey, I think is your image stuck?
For me,
I think you're a little bit frozen.
uh, on hand, I'll show you. But if I like the little like the darker skin tone that they kind of have, and
hmm
yeah, that in my opinion,
you
am I frozen?
you froze for about 15 seconds, right as soon as you started to talk.
Okay. I gotta see my. I might just have to move to a different spot. I was gonna have a different spot that has better Wi-Fi, but then my dog had an accident in that room, and so now that was a
Oh,
mess. So I might end
oh
up having to
no.
move over there, just see if that got cleaned up at all. But let's
Okay.
see. Let's see. Should might be fine. Hang on, give me 1 second.
Oh, you're good. Take your time. You're good. Oh, brittle. Did you were you talking about my
Okay.
were you talking about my Lego
There,
on the
now it
floor?
should have better Wi-Fi right here.
Okay, cool. You do sound a little clearer, yeah.
Okay, is it better? Does it seem better now?
It is a little better. There was a little bit of background noise, but I think you're good now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's. Hang on. Air conditioning is super loud here, but
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, give me 1 second. I just forgot all the questions that I had written down. So
Oh, you're good.
I'm already falling apart right here.
No problem. No problem. Well, brittle. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't have shelves. I have that one shelf back there. That's it. I don't. I need more shelves. Need more shelves. That's answers that question, brittle. Okay.
Okay. Now I'm back.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, like I was saying is I don't like the white heads on the clone troopers. I like the darker skin tone in my opinion. I feel like
I
it
agree.
looks better in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. More
But
accurate.
oh yeah. Let's see. If you could bring back one retired set tomorrow, what would it be?
Oh yeah. Um, 2018 Betrayal on Cloud City. Um, that's pretty easy for me. It's like that is my one set. That was like my dark age of Lego, where I just wasn't buying anything. Also, it was like what 350. I think it retailed for 350, something like that. And so it was too much money for me back then. And then now that I look back on it, knowing that it is nearing $2,000, it's I've seen it go for about 1,600 recently. Um, that like dang, I should have bought that. I should first of all I should have bought it because I the resale value, but second of all, that was my most wanted set from my dark age of Lego. So I really wish I hadn't missed out on that. That that would be one for sure for Star Wars. But then like for any other theme, I grew up watching the OG seasons of Ninjago. I haven't watched season 8 and on. I don't want to. I think they kind of messed it up after season 7. Season 7 was a bit rough, but you know they changed the animation, they changed a whole bunch of things, kind of rebooted a little bit. And season 8, I didn't like it, so I didn't watch it. But the Day of the Departed, which was like right before season 7. It was right after season 6, right before season 7. So that special they came out with that was like 45 minutes long. Um and it was a great special in my opinion. I loved it. But the Samurai X attack set, that that is my favorite Ninjago set of all time. And growing up with Ninjago, I wanted that set so bad. And now I was at Bricks when I was in Chicago, and he has it for I think it was about 2 grand. I'm like, when did that get that much? Like, I don't understand at all. Now I know Ninjago has skyrocketed; it's slowly going down now, but like I know it got super popular the past 5 6 months, especially because Star Wars was getting a little oversaturated. But so yeah, I would say those two are like my sets that I would return to the shelves right away.
Definitely. I gotta go brittle with the Ewok Village. My opinion. I really like the Ewok Village. That was one of my sets. I was like, I'm going to save up money for this. And then by the
Mhm.
time it got that, by the time I got like close to what I would have paid for it back then, it was now like very expensive. I was like, well, here goes another 10 years till I
Mhm.
can get it again.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
it was that and then I'm a big, Ninjago fan. I like the OG seasons of Ninjago. I don't really like the newer stuff. I don't like any of the Dragons Rising stuff. I don't really
Yeah.
care for any of that. So I never really liked it when it began. I didn't really care for it. And so I really
Mhm.
like all the OG stuff. And so
Mhm.
any of those style sets I really liked, but yeah, I mean
Yeah.
those one thing what's the most painful Lego purchase that you've made so far?
Really, it's been pretty smooth. I haven't, like I said, inventory's been rough, so I really don't buy very many things at a large quantity at a lot. English is hard. Excuse me. Um, I haven't really bought a ton of expensive things, so I haven't been like hurt a ton by a eBay or whatnot seller or whoever private seller. Now, my biggest gripe that I've had with buying is there was a guy on eBay who had so you know as a Lego seller, you know how hard it is to find good condition Geo clones and Kashyyyk clones.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Those are so crazy hard. Like the Kashyyks are now going for 25 plus and whatnot. It's insane. So they're so hard to find because they're also people played with them so much, or kids played with them so much growing up because they were such unique clones that now they all have cracks or a ton of swing wear or dents or whatever. So I found a lot of, I think it was 4 or 5 Geo Airborns and maybe like 6 Kashyyyks. And I was like, it's not a ton, it's not a huge lot, but man, this is rare to find like this many good condition. He said it was good condition. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be awesome. I get it, and what I always do with when I'm buying from a potentially sketchy eBay seller, I will like screenshot our messages just in case something happens. I'll screenshot messages so I know that I can have recorded what he told me previously. Um, so I screenshotted our messages and stuff. He said it was great condition. I get them in. Every single one of them has minimum of like 2 cracks. I'm like, what is going on? This sucks. So it was a pretty cheap lot overall. Like it was a really good price, and that's why I was a little skeptical. So I ended up having to return it, but oh well, it happens. So like I said, haven't really bought a ton of expensive things that people have treated me well. I haven't had enough experience to experience something really bad. So that's like my worst experience was just not a financial blow, but like an emotional blow because I wanted it so bad. I wanted those geos and Kashyyyks because I wanted to sell them and they sell so well. And I was like, this is gonna be so good. And it's like, oh wait, nope, they suck. So yeah, unfortunately that wasn't very good at all. But that's probably not like the best answer ever. But that's really all I can think of. Now, okay, I should say this. So there was one time where I did get in a lot of. It was also a few geos. It was a couple geos and a lot, and there was a few Geonosian bugs as well. And there was an ARC Trooper, and there was a couple other like fairly high ends, I'd say. Maybe I don't know, not expensive or anything, but like maybe $35 minifigures. And all of them had cracks of some sort. And I was like, that sucks. But really it hasn't really been anything too bad. It's been good. It's been good.
yeah. Honestly, I've not bought anything too like the comic concept. Probably I can think of as like the most expensive thing I've ever have bought.
Hmm.
I have gotten some good deals and stuff. I was same convention when I got the comic con set. Someone
Hmm.
was selling the Camino GWPs, which go for like sixty
Yeah.
dollars, around there, for like
Hmm.
$25 a piece. And I got
Oh
two of
wow.
those, and I still can maybe okay Mountain, which was like a Lucasfilm exclusive. So they were
Yep.
selling that. I didn't buy it, and now I'm mad because I don't know. I forgot who the seller was, and so like I've got no way of figuring out where that is now if he
Um.
hasn't sold it yet. And now and he wasn't at Brick World, and so it's like
Mm,
that wasn't there.
yeah.
And you went to Brick World, and I went to Brick World. So at Brick World, did you buy anything at Brick World?
I bought a used Black Hair Kanan Ghost and the OG Jango Fett Slave 1 and a sealed Chrome Stormtrooper, um, and a couple other things, but those were the main things.
Okay, then you must have gotten all the good deals there because when I went there on Saturday, there was nothing. There was like there was no
Oh,
good deals left. I bought the only things I bought like three custom things, and that was it. Like there were the things
mhm.
I would want, but like there were no more good. Everything was like way overpriced. I was like, I could get better deals on whatnot that I could here. So I was like, let me just pick out something so I have something to remember this convention by, and that's it. And so all of
The
the good deals were gone by the time.
the vendors don't have any good deals. They are there to make money and make money only. That's their goal. They don't have any good deals. What was really helpful was the workshop, or no, not workshop. What was it called? Just the garage. It was just called the Brickworld garage sale. It was Thursday or Friday night. I think it might have been Friday night. Um, where they were like, okay, this is a sanctioned event where it's basically whenever you buy a ticket for it, or whenever, no, you don't have to buy anything, but whenever you sign up for it, there was limited spots, but you'd sign up for it. Then whenever they would check you into the event, you would get a ticket, and your ticket would have a random time between. It would have 6 o'clock, 6:10, 6:20, 6:30, or maybe 6:40. I don't know if there was a 6:40, but I know there was at least 6 through 6:30, and it was basically you had to stand in line till those times. And 6 o'clock people would immediately go in, and it was completely randomized. It didn't matter when you got your ticket; you couldn't time it right. It's completely randomized. So um, that was really helpful. I think I got like a 6:20 slot, so it wasn't like anything. I didn't get. I know a lot of people got some really good deals. The prices I paid were not the best, but in the moment, I was like, if I don't get this, I probably, excuse me, probably can't find it any cheaper. Even though it's not the best deal ever, I know I can at minimum break even. Um, and it's really, like I said, most of my inventory is to boost my popularity and whatnot, and then eventually get to where I can really start investing and making money. See you later, Brittle Brown. Good to see you. Is your audio off? I'm not.
Okay, I'm
I
starting
didn't
to
hear you.
lag out just a second.
Oh yeah, you're
Here,
good
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. My audio is off. My audio is off.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. I want to make sure there's no echo because, like, I think I messaged you. There's
Mhm.
on just about all my interviews, there was an echo
Yeah.
consistently, and so
Mhm.
trying, I'm trying to make sure there's not that. But
Mhm. Yeah.
this is the last question I have, and this will be the last question of the interview. What's been your biggest success so far?
My
Got
biggest
like out,
success.
or did you hear the question, or
I
did
heard
I
biggest.
like? Did I,
I heard biggest success.
okay, okay,
You're
yeah, yeah,
lagging
yeah.
now.
I want to make sure my
Okay.
Wi-Fi is horrible here. So
Okay. I think
I'm
you may be good now.
great. Let's see. Am I still lagging? Okay, my phone is horrible. Using I don't know why, but it's this stream for some reason that it's lagging out.
It's all
Great.
good. It's no
Okay,
problem.
yeah, just yeah. There's no one left in here to care anyway. So
Oh, that's it's fine. Um, yeah. So my biggest success would probably have been my 5K show. Like I said, the people just supported, so I was like did a lot of random giveaways, but I also did a lot of set giveaways. Way more than I was anticipating. I think, like I said, we probably sponsored minimum $500, gave away over 2,000 worth. So, that was huge. Like, thank you to the community. Ultimately, thank you to God for giving me the opportunity to do it. Um, so it's it was that's my biggest success for sure. Now ultimately, my biggest success is doing it in the first place because I love like the saying. It's like attempting to do something with all your heart is whenever people are like, well, but I didn't do it. Like, no, but you tried. So that's not failing. Failing is whenever you either never try or you gave up. If you keep going and keep going and it doesn't work out, that's not failure. That's just you learn how to not do it. So, it's like, I don't remember where I was going with that, but basically, like, where was I going with that? I'm actually wondering why I started that. Um, uh, I'm lost. I don't know. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But basically, um, you know, just just being here is a success in my opinion. Being where I am, being where the Lord has brought me, and where other people have brought me, um, it's insane. And I will never take it for granted. I love the community, love God most importantly. But it's been pretty cool. And like I said, being here is the biggest success. But if I had to narrow it down to a specific time or a specific show or whatever, it'd be my 5K show. That's whenever I feel like I've really gotten involved with the community to a deep, deep level, and now am fully pursuing whatnot to the best of my ability. So, yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to make sure is my sound off or am I on?
you're on.
There's my sound. Is my sound off or am I good?
Your sound's on right now. Yeah, you're.
I'm on. Okay, I want to make.
Yeah.
Okay, my sound's on. Okay, yeah, yeah. Same thing. What I was about to say is glory to God over all this. I would not be doing any of this without Him. So thank you to God for this. But I think that might be it for the interview. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, of
And
course, no
we
problem.
gotta
I
do this
appreciate it.
again. And let's hope next
Yeah.
time we do this that there's no lag because this has been annoying
Hey,
this
no,
entire
no
stream.
problem.
So, oh, okay. Well, yeah. I don't know how long this is gonna last before this ends. So if you while I try to figure this out, you can hop off or whatever. But okay, here we go.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Hey, I
see you
appreciate the
and
opportunity.